Mitchell, owner of Life Flip Media. We also have Scott Bardell, CEO of Idea Groove, and Lucy Johnson, a Gen Z employee. So, Eric, we do know you've had some negative experiences, as you nod, grin, and chuckle a little bit.
Oh, yes.
I'm sure you'd like to say some other things, but give us some examples of what you've experienced.
It's just the focus at work. Coming from a generation, I'm a Marine, so already know hard work. But we've had employees we'd have to terminate, and their parents called like the same week asking to get their job back. Some of us have gone through that, like losing a job, but it's just a different mindset. Like their parents have no problem calling and asking for that, or becoming content creators while working, this whole side hustle that they love to say that they're doing, while not doing their primary job. So it's always funny, they'll quote, you know, the great Elon Musk or Steve Jobs or Bill Gates, but they don't follow their lead. Like, no, they're not doing side hustles. They're building big things. So it's just amazing to see the way that their work ethic is different than the way I was raised and the generations before us.
Well, it's so interesting, Eric, because you're bringing up a lot of the conversation that many business owners are having, and a lot of big companies are having these conversations, and they sound very similar to you. In fact, there have been a lot of books written about how to deal with this demographic. Lucy, I want to go to you because you represent your fellow Gen Zers. And when you're entering the workforce, do you feel as though there's a disadvantage because employers are hearing some of these generational stereotypes and forming opinions before they meet you? What are you and your peers saying?
Absolutely. I think that we just have a bad reputation right now, but I just don't think that that is a great representation of how the majority of our generation feels. I think that a lot of us saw our parents kind of killing themselves to work and provide for us, and so we don't want to just work. We want to live and then work, you know, like it's all about having a real life outside of work.
That's where I see a big shift. And we have a lot of people your age here, Lucy, and I have to say, and that's probably the biggest conundrum in all of this. We come from that generation of burn and churn, go, 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 which is great for business, stinks for personal life. Now we have this newer generation, and they're saying, well, wait a second, I want this work-life balance. It benefits them personally, but it's bad for all of us. So I kind of wonder, how do we bridge the gap here with this?
Well, I think it's really kind of the changing the structure and the culture in the workplace, because we need to be able to have personal lives, and we'll be better at work if we're able to have a more fulfilling life outside of work.
But here's the thing, Lucy, business owners will say we can't sustain with that kind of